What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Dick Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. With so much content about Derrick Jaxn coming out and so many requests to keep building on this topic, I actually missed one thing, and that was the fact that Derrick Jaxn actually reacted to his own video about his admissions to cheating on his wife. Now, to be fair, he has removed that video from the Facebook platform and the YouTube platform. It got a ton of views, but obviously people, they downloaded it, reposted it. And for him, the guy just needs to stop talking about it and making videos. I think he should just go back and start dealing with his regular content. But Derrick Jaxn tried to make a calculated decision. It was the wrong decision, but I'm going to tell you why he made the video. Derrick Jaxn, despite being in this situation that he's in, he made the video to show, while he was speaking in third person about himself, that he's able to still give good advice. Okay? And to be fair to Derrick Jaxn, although he's a hypocrite, not taking his own advice, what he's trying to show is, what does that have to do with the ability of me to analyze situations and give advice as a relationship coach? That's what he's trying to do, okay? He's analyzing himself from a third party. And let's be honest, Derrick Jaxn is very talented on camera. No doubt about it. He's charismatic. He's good on camera. He says some good things here and there, right? I mean, he's not always a simp. He says some good things, and he understands how women think, okay? How they feel, okay? From a woman's point of view, that's his market, right? So what he's trying to show to the viewer is, despite my shortcomings, my advice still works. I'm going to show you how it still works, because I'm going to break down and analyze my own case as I have been analyzing other ones, okay? I've been breaking down other relationship videos. You've had no problem with that. So in other words, what does my cheating have to do with the fact that I help people? He even says it in the video, okay? But the issue is that Derrick Jaxn is dealing in Black America, though, okay? Where you have elevated yourself and allowed people to put you on a pedestal that you couldn't be on, okay? That's the issue. You let those ladies pedestalize you. You even admit it. You had no problem with them pedestalizing you as long as it made you money. You had no problem with them pedestalizing you as long as they gave you the sex you're looking for. You have no problem with that. But the only reason why you have a problem with them pedestalizing you now is that you've lost over 13 or 14,000 subscribers. Every large media outlet is talking about you. Now it's about business as usual. Here's the problem. When your brand is associated with anything that is not in harmony with the business, you suffer. Okay? If a brand like Walmart hires people that have, sex trafficking charges or something like that, it doesn't matter that Walmart is good at what they do. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Walmart has the best prices. Walmart is then going to be looked at as a company that hires felons and people who do bad things to children, for example, okay? So people are not going to like that. Especially if Walmart took the position that we look down on people who abuse children or women. Yet at the same time, these are the employees that they're hiring. They understand it about their past and they still hire them, but while they're preaching a different tune. They're putting themselves as a company to a pedestal that they can't reach. And see, this is what Derek Jaxn's brand is about. Your brand was selling an image of something that was not realistic. Now what you're trying to do to save face is to go back to what you would consider analytical advice about dating and relationships that help people, not understanding that your brand has already been tarnished. Because if it was about the advice, if it was about the business, if it was about that, if it was about the business of making money, then there are certain things that Derek Jaxn would not have got himself involved with. If it's about the business. When you are a business owner, when you have a brand, when you are associated with the brand, especially when you're the only person in the brand, really, there are things that you cannot do, okay? For example, if a person is a religious figure, a pastor, or a preacher, he's an individual brand, okay? Not that he's in the brand of making money, but that's the image that he's selling. He can't do things contrary to that image. Okay? Now, if you were a dating coach for men, it'd be different. But your audience is women. You're preaching faithfulness. You're preaching sticking with your wife. You're preaching all of these things. Doesn't matter about your good advice or what you consider you helping people around the world with your relationship advice if you live a lifestyle contrary to the brand. That's what Derek Jaxn doesn't understand. And of course, at the end, so I won't even get into what he really said because it wasn't that important. But at the end, he is trying to sell his book, which is, Heal Together Without Hurting Each Other. Which, if that's a book you want people to read, well, obviously we can look at your wife's Instagram and understand that she isn't healed. You've hurt her a lot. You are hurting her right now. You have embarrassed your family. You've embarrassed this woman. You have brought her into a situation that she didn't deserve to be in. Okay? But you want to be able to tell somebody how you can heal together without hurting each other when you are doing the most damage to any woman that can be done right now. You're a cheater. You are a liar. You have embarrassed her. And ultimately what it looks like is that Derek Jaxn does not know what he is talking about. As the consumer, that's what people look at. Women are looking at you and saying, "Dear Derek Jaxn, you have no idea what you are talking about. You're not feasible. Your knowledge is no good. Okay? The things that you're saying don't make sense." And now it's going to go back and make people question, well, was he saying what he was saying for money? And if you can understand that he tried to sell his book at the end with a 50% discount, which was the whole idea of the review of himself. The reaction was to react to himself in an analytical way, tie himself emotionally into his audience, and then give them an emotional trigger to buy his book. Which Derek Jaxn is doing anything right now to save the business because I don't think he has any other skill besides this. This is it for him. Okay? This is the real reason why these are the real reasons that he reacts to himself. Try to prove he's credible. He's analytical. He can look at himself objectively. He can align with this audience and, admit that he's wrong. Try to, see it how they see it. And then try to hit an emotional trigger to say, okay, but now that you see what I'm saying, I've been through this. This is not new. Buy my book. Not understanding that the brand has been damaged, bro. And the last thing you need to do right now is to be trying to sell a goddamn book. Especially when people feel like you have no idea what you're talking about. Well, guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment pinned to the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.